Hello YouTube and welcome Diecast family. Today we'll be looking at the Hot Wheels Monte Carlo in this week's Jammer Time episode. So I'm not sure, I know some of these are Monte Carlo, some are Buick Regal GNX, so just all what are these, the G bodies, all my G bodies I guess I keep in this jammer. Only have one side of it not even all the way full, but it's still casting. They still released today. This one I think was like a Target exclusive or something, has the throwback wheels on it. That's the newest one I just stuck in there when I got the case out. I keep all my cars up on top here until I organize them in cases. So, first one's an older Hot Wheels release, Mainline. And we have a Penzoil release. Then we got my favorite Penzoil release, color variation, but in yellow. Not sure why, but I really enjoy it in yellow. And then the next one we have is a black one. Now, this is a premium one. I don't think it's too old. I think it just came out a couple years ago. Or maybe it's not. I was thinking it was a premium. Might have been the last release where the hood used to open on these. You can see the line there, the separation. I kind of prefer it not opening up. Because sometimes they did not have the best fit on it. On this blue variation here. Now, I tried to open up both of them. I could not get either of them open. And I think that's the only one I have. Only two I have that have the opening hood. And then I have another Penzoil one in white. Did not realize there was 3 color variations of it. So, of course, these videos help me get my jammers a little bit more organized. Then the next one is going to be a premium variation of the Oldsmobile 1984 Hertz. So a Hertz Olds. And then we have the 86 Monte Carlo. So this one has a bigger hood scoop than the first ones I was showing you. I think those might be a Buick GNX. And then we have a gold variation here. Then the next one's going to be my favorite Monte Carlo paint scheme. Actually, in high school, a couple of my good friends had Monte Carlos, the same exact color and paint scheme. I had a Buick Regal, a 86.5 Buick Regal Sport. And a bunch of my other buddies had Monte Carlos. They all were pretty much the same cars. The Cutlass, we used to call Gutless Cutlass. They all had like V6s in them and were pretty gutless. Not sure about the SS. I think my buddy, he had the black Monte Carlo SS just like this, but I'm not sure if it had the V8 in it or not. And if it did, it wasn't nothing to write home about or brag about. In the 80s, all the V8s, they were lucky if they were making 200 horsepower. They put so much restrictions and everything else on them. But if you put a set of headers on them and put a 4-barrel, and you could really wake them up. But from the factory, they were pretty gutless. Then the next one we have is another Monte Carlo. Probably was in the Hot Wheels Mainline. They used to have a Flame series. And we have it in a orange Holly release. Pretty cool release of it. I don't know, I'm kind of a sucker for orange for some reason. Orange ain't my favorite color, but it's definitely a color I enjoy. And we have a really cool, like, satin gray one. Looks really good in the satin gray. I'm pretty sure this was one of them Target cars, one of the throwbacks. Hard to tell. Hot Wheels use them rims and wheels forever, and I think they might even still use them. I don't know how many Camaro IROCs I have, but maybe I'll do that one next time. We have a black variation with some red stripes. Followed up by a green variation. So I really like this green color. It's not a different color variation from the last one. It's actually a completely different release. Something tells me that might be a Target car. And then have a red variation, or a red release of it. And this is going to be the Buick Regal 1987 Buick Regal GNX. So I had a Buick Regal 86.5 Sport. I don't think they made very many of them. But it was pretty much the same car. And this one might have been a Fast and Furious release. You see it has real riders on it. Looks pretty good in the... I don't really care for the two-tone. Kind of wish they would have made it all one color, not two-toned. Would have looked good. The silver color up here, or this gray color on the side. And we have another premium release of it. I think this might have been a Boulevard release, maybe. I'm sure there's a ton of releases that I'm missing of this, but these are the ones I got. Awesome detail on the front end on here. Probably got really good rear detail, which we do. We got a white mainline variation, an old one. Just back to the 86 Monte Carlo. So I gotta move these around again. So we got a blue Holly variation, which is gonna actually be a color variation for the other Holly. Then the next one I think is going to be a Maisto 1986 Chevy Monte Carlo SS, and yes, it's a Maisto. So it's actually really close in size. It's a little bit skinnier than the Hot Wheels, but it is really close in size. Pretty good detail with the Maisto. A sucker for a Chevy sticker in the back window. My buddy had a Geo Metro growing up. It was his first vehicle, and he put a huge Chevy symbol on the back window. And then we have the newest release of the Buick Regal. Yep, Buick Regal GNX. The throwback wheels. Well, that's all I have to show you for this week for this Jammer Time episode. If you like these episodes and want to see more, make sure and hit that subscribe button. Let me know down in the comments some jammers you would like me to drag out and show. And as always, thanks for watching and have an awesome day.